So there's it. I think that's the host mode. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, that's better. Oops, a daisy. Oops. Ooh. No, that's not right. Oh, I'm having one of my camera moments. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Dee 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 da 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 da. Something in your imagination. Something about creation. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Do do do. Da da dee. Ooh do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Da ba da ba da. Dee dee. Dee 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 dee. If you want something, something, something good, but sweet one. Do 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 do. Something, something unfair is fair. And something about the separation and green. And something and the other thing. Do 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 da ba do ba do. Ba do. And Sammy, I didn't miss your message. Clearly, that's the way to do it. Be the first one in, and I shall not miss it. How did I look? How are you, dear boy? Were you or were you not playing Call of Duty earlier today? Yeah, I must admit, I know it's been a long day, but one person comes in and sends a lovely message. If I missed that, I think at that point you'd be right to just click unsubscribe, unfollow. Just forget this man. Oh, goodness gracious. How are you, Sammy? Hello, Convict. How is the Minecraft going? Are you mining well? Yes, I was able to watch without the audio. Jesse, hello for the lurk. Thank you very much. Enjoy your lurk. We have exclamation mark lurk for you to go and hide in a tree. Very nice tree. It's a pleasant tree. But thank you for coming and joining us. It's lovely of you. Yes, so I had you on. There was a meeting going on, and just on my right, I could just see these two figures just running around and just sort of having at the world and giving it what for. Did you have fun? Was it a good time? Just to try and... I've not got the music on as normal. Oh, of course, yes, you're both doing it together, aren't you, Convict? Came third and I had 10 kills. Oh, bravo. Very well done. I don't think I've ever got anything close to that. I still haven't hit anything in... No, wait, we did hit something playing PUBG. Didn't kill it, but we hit it. That was considered improvement. Getting vaguely closer to where we should be. So sugar, fish. So then we need 4 medium-sized. I just sorted out your scene for the charity stream. Oh, of course. Remind me, when is the charity stream? I know I've put up a reminder, but it's soon, isn't it? Isn't it this weekend? Phoenix, the godlike bird from the ashes that he is here. How are you, my fine fella? How was your day of work? Are you a little more energized than you've been in recent weeks, or is it just as tiring as it has been throughout? And of course, yes, you're quite right, Sammy, your knee, good grief. Meowkai, hello, enjoy your lurk. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, oh, you're studying. Study hard, study well. I hope it's enjoyable. Hello, do it quietly. Hello. So yes, no music, because for some reason it was crashing the application again. So what? No audio, so I shall say hello to you. I really need to learn sign language. I keep meaning to do that. Mrs. Al knows some. Let's just check. Have I noted everything down? P's. Wait a minute. So I'm just writing down a method here before we get going. So this is a recipe that I'm not going to release unless I tweak it. Well, no, I will be tweaking it. But it comes from my mother's recipe, and I haven't asked her whether or not she's happy for me to dole it out. I'm sure she will be if I asked. The problem is I don't really know how to better it. It's a cracker. I'm doing well, Omega. It's been a hell of a day. It's one of those again where I sort of was reflecting on the fact that if we were pre-COVID in the United Kingdom, this stream would not be happening. I would still be halfway across the country from Mrs. L. It would be probably another 2-3 hours until I actually got back in the vague region of where we lived. So yes, I have to kind of hope it doesn't go back full swing, because it might make things tricky. But as it is, we're just making dinner. But it's also the day before Mrs. Al's birthday, and she loves this meal, and we've forgotten a key ingredient. Oops. I say we, me. I thought we had everything covered, and I've missed something, which is a bit silly. So this is basically a Mediterranean take on what's it? Chowder. That's it. And chowder is a sort of a fish, is a warming fish sort of stew, more northern country type affair, and it's got some cream in it as well. This is going to be a more Mediterranean take with we should have red wine. We haven't got any red wine. Whoops. But it should be quite light, yet also quite warming and satisfying. Sammy may know it, Sammy being quite culinary minded. And I've had it lots, never cooked it. However, the first time I do it, I haven't got the ingredients. So, chop large red onion. So I'm so unprepared, I haven't even got it written down yet. And the red pepper. And then we're going to grate on some garlic. Let's have a look. That's fine. And then we're going to add the chopped tomatoes. So yes, as I say, I apologise. There's a bit of a lack of music, a lack of the normal minimal background accoutrement I can offer, but the app kept crashing. So I've had to turn everything off on the phone. I've put aeroplane mode on to stop anything but the Wi-Fi working. And that seems to have done the trick. I'm going to wait until it crashes and just goes, I've jinxed it now. Let's have a look. So, then we add the fish stock. Why have I got deja vu that I've written this before? Have I written this before? Your voice is good enough. Oh, you're very kind. I've had this sudden feeling. Have I... Wait a minute. It's also really fun, this. The more I go back, the ideas I was writing out were before I met any of you lovely folk, about what we could do, what we could cook, when we could do it, when I was stuck on the train. So many ideas I'm not actually done yet. I'm getting slightly distracted. I swear I've written this. Just something as I was writing it, I went, hang on, that is far too familiar. I mean, I'm going to carry on anyway, but naans, pasta, gyoza, fermented rhubarb, chicken adobo. No, it's none of it. Tomato sundae, the apple and sage butter. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, that's good. Should do that again. Fermented fruit vinegar, rhubarb, vegan pesto, bread, marinade. Can't even read my own handwriting anymore. Oh, the face scrub, the milk bread. No, it must just have struck a familiar chord. That's okay then. So, yes, I'm sorry to hear about your knee. That sounds mightily painful. So let's just, and then 4, then fish, and then 5, and then spuds. See, it's all fairly straightforward. And then we add lemon, sugar, pepper, pre-fish. Folks, what do we say? Shall we get chopping? So yes, the general plan is, for this week anyway, is I'm going to spend obviously, oh my goodness, I'm wrecking the place. Mrs. Al's birthday is it's tomorrow, and we've got some plans for the next couple of days, so we're going to take the week together just enjoying ourselves, and then we'll be back next week, I imagine, with probably a 1-2 combination. Oh heck, one of my pens has leaked. That's no good. Let's get that off before that stains. Oh, do please come off. There we go. Just ditch that pen. That pen is clearly no good. So next week I'm thinking of doing a combination of a moss cake that we tried and the final 2 cookie recipes, because we've got one sorted, but we need to sort out the gourmet versions. Oops, Daisy. For our September, which is going so mightily well. Oops, there we go. So we've got 1 down, which we're happy with. I think you'll all be very happy with 2. We've then got ourselves some gourmet additions to add to the collection. And September is rapidly approaching its end. So I need to kind of get a bit of a move on. Hello, Reevesy, how are you? It's lovely to watch you. I'm sorry I couldn't really chat whilst you were streaming. I promise it was not me being rude. It was just a case of, unfortunately, I needed the phone's audio off. But I was enjoying watching you and Sammy going forth and doing battle. It was most entertaining. Let's start with a bit of basic prep. There we go. And how's your day been apart from streaming? As you probably guessed from the title, it's a relaxed one this evening. I'm just making dinner, basically. And dinner is going to be basically a rather comforting, it's bizarre actually, it's comforting, but it's also light at the same time, because it's a Mediterranean take on a sort of more hearty fish stew. I must admit, I'm a massive fan of the hearty versions, which are sort of big and have them with a bacon sandwich on the side as well. Very nostalgic for that. Soup and bacon sandwiches. I don't know why, but I think they're a marvellous combination. So let's actually finish peeling the onion would be a good idea. But yes, basically my method of communicating with Reevesy was basically redeeming chat points. So sort of making sure he's hydrated and have a stretch, have a move around. I understand that Sammy got 10 kills and came 3rd. Did you have similar good fortune? Yes, it's a funny way of communicating, isn't it, Omega? If I can't talk, I have to basically redeem chat points. It is also a pleasure to redeem chat points, I hasten to add. I tried to do that with Convict, bless him, who's currently mining away on Minecraft. and it was I intended to both have him take his hat off and put it back on again. And unfortunately the app wasn't working and I had fewer points than I thought, so that kind of went down the pan. Good, thanks, and no worries, it was fine. Not much done today. A sort of relaxed day. Well, that's very good. And he got 10, you got 6 or 7. That is excellent between you. And you can't even lurk at work anymore. I must admit, I was impressed that you were able to lurk at all. I think that was quite astonishing. It's my good fortune working from home that between us we can put some music on. We can put things on in the background, and when we need to deploy peace and quiet, we can just turn the audio off and just let you guys know and continue just to be there. Moral support in the background, just exactly like Meowkai and Jessie Cat are right now. They are kindly lurking. And Convict, of course. Sorry, Convict. I know I mentioned you once. You okay, my love? Yeah. Had the awful misfortune, well, not awful misfortune, let's not be hyper, well, it is, it's crap. But Mrs. Owl's systems at work decided to just go completely on the blink at 6 o'clock. And basically mess with her plans. You don't mess with Mrs. Owl's plans.
How are you doing?
How are we doing? We're doing all right. The app kept crashing, so I turned the music off and everything else. Everyone here is having a good chat. There's Reevesy here, Sammy's here, Omega's here. There's Mrs. Alvan. Convict and Jessie Cat are currently playing Minecraft together.
Oh, cool.
And they are mining away. I can't tell you more than that because I don't know about Minecraft. And Meowkai is currently studying as well, so she's no audio on for us, so we can wave. Just hello.
Oh, was my hand even there?
Yeah, it is. There, yeah. Imagine if you put Omega said, can you imagine if you put the owl streams on the whiteboard? You'd have to correct anything I said as being intellectual or factual. You'd have to fact check everything and be apart from obviously the slight professional issue of saying what's going on in this lesson, we're watching Twitch. Anyway, they'll be enraptured with your good self. We'll be able to distract them from the might that is Phoenix. Oh, good grief, this onion is powerful. Oh, hello. Oh, I say. Good morning, Bishop. Ooh.
What saying?
Well, if it's not, I've just made it a saying. I think it's a great saying. Good morning, Bishop. Maybe that will end up in the Oxford English Dictionary. It would distract you from teaching maths. Oh my goodness, you actually also teach... Is that your primary subject? You teach maths? I'd love some orange juice. Le jus d'orange. I must confess, I still leap for the calculator whenever I can, and I have brain training things on my phone just to try and improve my basic mathematics. Oh dear me.
I love what's it called? I love trigonometry, even though I didn't understand it, but I got it right, so that was good.
Show off.
Because is trigonometry SOHCAHTOA? Love that. And then, what's the one?
E equals MC squared. I remember that one.
Yeah, what's the one where the letters replace numbers? What's that called?
Code.
No. What's it called?
Pi.
No.
No, that's what Reevesy thought. Algebra.
Yeah, I loved algebra as well. And then in chemistry, I loved equations because it's just like algebra.
My chemistry teacher was delighted when I finally stopped taking chemistry because I was known as the one that blew up an experiment that involved copper and water, and they couldn't figure out why or how I'd done it. And were just delighted that I was no longer going to actually be basically at risk of blowing up their labs. Which is a bit of a shame, really. I thought that maybe they should have taken the time. Maybe I could have been the next, alchemist. And they just said, thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
Omega wouldn't have done that. Omega would have got to the root of the problem. He'd have worked out why
The root.
The square root. Oh, dear. Math-based puns, ladies and gentlemen.
Either that or it was a cricket joke. It's one or the other.
I couldn't play cricket either. Well, I could, just badly. I could hit things very hard. Expression of frustration. Okay, amazing rant, not a rant here from Sammy. Not fighting the teachers. He had breath like gone off cheese and onion. I said, if they come near me one more time, I'm setting this fire extinguisher off in their face.
Oh my god.
That must have been some appalling bad breath. I mean, genuinely terrible. Or it was a very fragrant fire extinguisher. We shall wish you all, by means of mug, to have a lovely day. And I hope you've all had one so far.
And this is recyclable, right?
Yes, the bottle is, yeah.
So I think I'm going to just draw some simple drawings.
Just whilst I knock this up.
You're not knocking this up.
Okay, making it was the foam extinguisher. Can imagine the look of someone going, he wouldn't dare. He would dare. Right, okay. Chop that quite badly. Let's make them a bit...
I want to display this open card now because...
We've already had one of the birthday cards come through and opened.
I'm going to put them on the piano because it hasn't occurred to me because that's what your parents do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Why don't you use the piano?
For cards, yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing.
Sammy says, I was naughty back then, I'm calm now. That's why you're here, Sammy. I'm bringing you even further calm. Not that you need it. And Omega, of course, is partially resting up with his busted knee. Oh, did I tell you? Omega's knee popped out.
Like dislocated?
Old sporting injury.
What sport?
Football. Omega, am I all right to tell Mrs. Owl who you played for? Is it a state secret? Sammy, did I see your drawing?
Oh,
I'm not sure. Are you out of charge?
It's been on like all this time.
Oh, whack. Oh, wait, yes, the Tasmanian Devil, Sammy. Yes, I did see that. No, not at all. And the fox is here, the mighty fox. Hello, fox. Lovely to have you. How are you this fine day? Or as we've worked out, we're 5 hours ahead. You are 5 hours behind, so that makes so it's the afternoon. Good afternoon to Fox. Everyone, massive hello to Fox, if you please. What are we making today? We're making a comforting fish stew. Special request of Mrs. Owl, and also the fact there was tons of fish in all the...
Yeah, it wasn't my request.
Oh, wasn't it? I thought you'd asked for this. Did I just buy lots of fish and then we went, ooh, we can make Bordetto?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. You've got 2 ex-pros here. Oh, Sammy as well. Omega used to play for Chorlton Athletic.
Mm.
And Sammy, who did you play for? Yes, absolutely, Fox. I could not agree more if I tried. Right, so we chop that and get some garlic. Not too much though, because we don't want to overpower it. And I'll be deploying my brand new little grater, which I'm rather excited about. It's nice to get excited about these things. It's a sweet little thing. So don't need anything more than that. Although the recipe that has been kindly provided by my mother says do the potatoes first and separately. So I'm going to just do as she says. How many did she say? Hang on. How many potatoes? Hang on. So it doesn't actually say how many potatoes. Oh, 4 medium or large spuds.
Yeah, that's why I said let's order 7 potatoes. And that's why you ordered 1 million.
Yes, I may have made a mistake in the ordering process, and we now have a lot of potatoes.
1 million potatoes.
Maybe not 1 million, but...
1 million.
Did you... Oh, Foxy, I forgot to say, we have a brand new tea we're trying today. It's lemon meringue tea. I'll be honest, it's kind of like lemongrass. Blimey, Omega played American football as well.
Oh, cool.
Good grief. Wow, Sammy had a trial for the Arsenal Academy. Oh my good grief. He went and played over at his normal place, and your head got stamped on. Good grief, Sammy, that's rotten.
What, with like football, football boot spikes?
Oh, Sammy, that's rotten.
I used to always want a pair of them. You know when
What?
the 90s came out and they did like for a while they were only available in like football shoe version for some reason, and I really wanted a pair of Nike 90s, and then I was like, well, maybe I should just buy like football shoes, but that would just be stupid. So I didn't. Anyway, that was a pointless story.
No, it's a side story. It's just like a side quest. Just clear as we go.
I don't know how stupid or good this is going to be.
Just enjoy some drawing, Pat. Just enjoy some drawing. I am Pewds. You know a potato when you see one. That's someone on the board. You do know a potato. That is indeed a potato. This is indeed orange juice. Everyone, big hello to Pewds, if you please. Yeah. And Sammy had blackouts. Good grief. On all that for a year.
That's like some serious
That's oof. Blimey.
That's awful.
Yeah. I mean, do you know?
Brutal. I guess when they think, oh, we're gonna get into Arsenal and we're gonna be amazing or whatever, and people just take it too far.
Well, I mean, you know, the worst thing as well is if you had that trial and hang on, Fox has highlighted. Put a wedge of lemon in to add flavour. That's a good idea. And actually, I only need half a lemon, so I've actually got one here. I will do just that. Thank you, Fox. What are you going to use the potatoes for? Well, what we are making is a fish stew that's called bordetto, which is quite like chowder, except ditch the cream, make it more Mediterranean with chopped tomatoes. We're going to be frying very gently some chorizo and some...
Nothing like chowder.
Okay, fine. It's the same family of fish stew.
No, it's not.
It is. It's a fish stew.
It's closer to minestrone than it is to a cream-based soupy thing that's disgusting.
They've all got heavy amounts of fish, is what I mean. And I was talking about chowder. That's why chowder came up again. Although I suddenly really also fancy minestrone as well. Reevesy's a fan of chowder. Oh, jolly good. I've got two. Mrs. Owl is not a cream fan. But you're not really much of a dairy fan, to be fair.
No.
I mean, the most is...
Most is in the latte.
The coffees, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're making bordetto, a basically Mediterranean fish stew. And I've eaten this loads. I've never made it before. Fish are friends, not food. Yeah. I love that film. Yeah, they are. And the worst thing is as well, and this is why sort of try and incorporate more in it. I would actually be worse in it. I'd be awful in an apocalypse situation. As you're probably also seeing in Rimworld, is I don't want to kill anything. So if you have to present me with kill this fish, I think I'd feel really bad about it. I mean, I've been fishing.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you put everything back in the water? Did you even catch anything?
No, I had a fish nicked off me by a seal that taunted me, which was quite funny. Not something that is regularly said, I think. Right, let's... Am I going to have to highlight your messages? Oh no, Sammy, don't tell me I've missed another one. We usually boil the potatoes with the peel. Is there any specific reason you don't? Only here, just because I am following a recipe this time, just because I've not made this before. So...
You don't eat the peel. I don't eat the peel anyway.
If it's a new potato, I think you'd normally just dunk it in.
Yeah,
but these are quite big.
For a normal potato.
Sammy, I've missed yet another of Sammy's messages. Why is it? Is it because you come up in blue or something? I don't understand what this is. I'm going back. I had to wear a helmet in goal. Oh. Like, who's the footballer? There was one, wasn't there?
David Seaman, didn't he?
Did he? What was it?
I feel like I remember him wearing like a head guard.
I mean, when I was very young, I clearly not to the level of you chaps, but I played in goal for school and college and whatnot. I was sort of devoid of skill, but replete of unjustified bravery. Petr Cech, that's him. Petr Cech.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about football. That is my disclaimer.
I'll be honest, if you put Mr. Cech in front of me, I think I'd have trouble identifying him.
Not if he's wearing a football shirt with his name on.
But then again, you could put someone else in front of me and say, this is Petr Cech. And I still wouldn't know. You have to try a fish stew called bouillabaisse.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. Is it basically the same? Because that's tomato based, right?
What's in bouillabaisse? Mrs. Als said a legend of a goalkeeper, though.
That is like literally the only one I know.
And she knows me as well, so she clearly does not think my goalkeeping is legendary. Then again, in fairness, you've never seen it, so.
No, also I've never seen it.
And also, yes, he actually gets paid to play.
I think you should join a football team.
Honestly, I'm too fat and old these days.
No, there are lots of fat old men that play it.
Thank you for not keeping me out of it. That's not even a slight attempt at a nice comment of no, you're not fat and old. It's like, yeah, that's where you live. That's where you belong with the fat old men. Get over there, you over the hill, wannabe Twitch streaming, former resting on his laurels sportsman.
I didn't say any of these things.
I know, I am pulling Mrs. Owsley. In fairness, I haven't played competitive sport now for over, bloody Nora,
Yeah, but
13 years?
A lot of people, I think if you join like a local five-a-side team, it'd be really good.
It'd be really funny to watch.
You should do it.
Well, honestly, I've been contemplating, I don't know, something.
You've been contemplating something.
Yeah, I know. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the decaffeinated part of the day, where sometimes brain function slows down ever so slightly. Do 7-a-side. Actually, I remember with a former employer, we tried to do 7-a-side. I suddenly found why I liked being a goalkeeper again is I didn't have to do as much running as everybody else. They all came to me, it was great. Yes, I knew all about sort of reducing down the size of the approach and, basically using your head if all else fails. And the problem I had, a massive problem, if my brain slows down anytime soon, you're going to fail high school miserably. The last time you were here, Pew, am I remember this correctly? Did you have exams? Or am I completely blending two conversations? I also used to do, it's why my metabolism is genuinely all over the place, I think, still, is because when I was younger, much, much younger, I played at the same time, it must have been football, hockey, cricket, random sport. I could just eat food in any quantities, and it wouldn't really make much of a difference. Then I stopped, and then I got fat. Oh, I did. Before I met you, I was huge.
No, I've seen so many old photos of you. You've never been huge.
I will dig out pictures of me in the first year of university when I came to a colliding halt, and oh god.
I've seen photos of you from uni. It's not true.
We can't even, bring you guys in to collaborate this because then it's a massive face reveal. This is what I'm like as well. I literally can't get fat even if I try. Well, Pewds, I envy you. I played cricket. Reevesy used to run. Reevesy used to run when I bowled. Oh, right. Oh, do you guys know each other then? Out of the world of the technological. And, sorry, Pewds, I've forgotten the flaming obvious here. How were your exams? Was everything all right? I thought I'd remembered that because I remember wishing you all the best and good luck. As I think the rest of chat was doing as well. Sammy, Reevesy. Well, there's a thing I missed. Reevesy is Sammy's brother. How did I miss that in our...
It just seemed like the sort of thing
it's the sort of thing... Yeah, it is actually the sort of thing I'd miss. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I'm actually surprised. It's exactly the sort of thing that I would miss. Namely called the flaming obvious. Sorry, gents. Brain failed to engage. Been sleep... Yeah, Omega, you really can't take me... oh, gosh, yes, as well. That's one of the earliest clips where I accidentally caught my own brother, my boyfriend, for some erroneous slip of the tongue. Poor man must be scarred for life now. I swear we've said this before, but to be fair, every message you miss of mine, Sam... I owe you some kind of... massive apology or something. Yeah, there's a clip somewhere. I don't quite know where the God's name it came from, but I sent it to him and he was in absolute hoots. Poor man. Yes, those were the early days when I think it was just a handful of people as they bobbed in and out. In fact, actually, it may have been one of the days it was just you and me, my love. you not think?
No, I think probably Joe and Nosler were there.
Oh, probably, yeah. Yes, Mr. Nosler. Joe Walsh. Who I hope are very well. They very busy chaps. Is that chorizo? It is actually just cured chorizo. It's slightly spiced. Sorry, no, this one's not the spiced one. This is the sweet and smoky one. I've taken the skin off it, and then and oblivious cinders is my. No, I did know that one, Reezy. I spotted when it came up in messages that you were both having upcoming nuptials. That I did spot. Can't get easy. Also, this is great ammunition for me to prove. I would indeed, if I am one, be the world's worst spy. You could be marching secrets, out of, Buckingham Palace or something, and I'd be there going, oh, isn't it lovely? Let's go for a cup of tea. So, because the aim of the chorizo is just to have... Oh, jolly good. Yes, it's... it's lovely. I love the smell of it. But I'm doing it as you... to be honest, I'm probably preaching to the crowd here because you all... I know you're all adept chefs in your own right at home. But I'm just doing small chunks because we're going to put them in a pan to my left and start to very slowly cook them in a little oil. And then that will also release the chorizo oil. And by that time, we're then going to chop up some bacon. We're going to drop that in and basically just start to make the base of a sauce in the same way that we did with the Italian sauce, that trifecta of onion and celery and carrot. Here it's going to be a bit more meaty, a bit more substantial. I was wondering whether or not we just do that. Should I just do the whole chorizo stick? Well, that might be overpowering.
Yeah. Only do what you're meant to do.
All right. Yeah, we'll follow the recipe this time. I won't go crazy.
I might actually be able to eat my dinner.
You'll be able to eat it, I promise. Ow! I just hit my hand on the cupboard. So it's just something that we will show you in a moment. But we are. Let's have a sip. Just going to boil off the potatoes, get them ready to go in, and let's see. That's the wrong recipe. I was about to start making a cookie. That's not going to help. Right, let's slowly... Well, I was thinking next week, how do you feel about doing cookies and moss cake?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just chilling at school at the moment. Can't be asked to work 7 hours straight with an essay about divergent and convergent motions in the... I've had to read that twice, once in my head pews and one out loud. I still don't know what I've just read. Dear God, is school just getting harder? An essay about divergent and convergent motions in the lithosphere. Sphere, even. Honestly, Pews, school... You may or may not miss it by the time you get out of it, but I can promise you, if it's not for you and you're more a practical person, the real world will await you. It is worth just getting through, though, no matter how hard it is. That's my few words of wisdom. You've got, the likes of Smoke is there, giving actual mental health advice to people. I'm pretty much not doing that. I'm not quite as helpful. Just sort of ramble at you all and let's chop some bacon up. Yes, I was going to say, you've got everything you can find on Twitch. You've got pro first-person shooters. You've got the likes of Convict and Jesse Cat masterfully making their way through the vaults of Minecraft, dodging, exploding... Someone help me out here, I don't know what Minecraft is. There are those exploding things that... Creepers! Haha, I actually did know a thing, creepers. They creep at you and then they blow up. Got UFC fighters, football players, charity streamers. Then you've got bacon chopping. ASMR bacon chopping. Out from what I've seen, you're a pro at the super intense game of Overcooked. That's,
No.
Mrs. Al gave an emphatic no from the corner there. I'm wondering genuinely when we do the next Overcooked whether or not we finish the festive one, or we go to Overcooked 2, because that boss is we can't beat it. It's too hard. Although I feel like then we've sort of given up.
Because our teamwork isn't good enough.
Our teamwork is very good. It's just... Also, speaking of teamwork, in Overcooked, there is a dog on the final boss that's basically there helping you in a helicopter. And the dog's version of... Hello, convict, welcome back. The dog's version of helping is to move the kitchen frequently and annoyingly and move everything out of reach. You'd think the dog is not on our side. It's time to think the dog is a secret agent. How was your stream, convict? Did you have fun? Did you have fun with the creepers? See, I actually remembered a Minecraft. Sammy is highlighting his messages now out of the need that I see them. Overcooked is indeed an amazing game. So the dog falls out of the helicopter. Whilst I'm a big fan of dogs, this particular one is causing mischief that I cannot really abide by. So if he falls out, so long as it's a safe distance, we'll be all right with that. So the only reason I'm not panned over to... you wrote that up. You wrote the above, yes. I spotted, yes, Sammy highlighting the messages. It says, good laugh, joining Jess later on her stream. Oh, marvellous. Jolly good. I thought that she was doing one later. I went on. You're all ribbing me now, aren't you? I do see more than that. I swear I see more than that, don't I? He says. Should we... No, nobody weep. We'll have no tears today. It's a good day today. For once I get a 3-day week, which is lovely. I mean, I'll be honest, the hours that we've worked, you're already... I'm going to have to find a way to cheer up Convict and Sam. What will cheer you up, boys?
Well, what's wrong?
I keep missing their messages. I have to find a way for me to offer you some cheer. Cake. What cake? Right, we'll abandon this. We are going to... I don't know, Sammy. You may be able to enlighten us. Have you ever made a moss cake? Sing you a love song. I need some lyrics.
You can, don't want to miss a thing.
I don't actually know the words.
Well, that's why you look it up. And then do some power grab.
Hang on, yes, and I don't want to miss a thing. Sounds like I'm about to punch the peppers. And Reevesy, something went wrong with the technology, I swear. I had a recommendation list in my clipboard, I think. And then it got altered and changed, and then people's names disappeared, and then even Mrs. L realised that one of the people that was going up there, their tag was missing, so it was just blank. I'm really not that much of a fan of technology. It's lovely, but it does, I think, cause mischief. You need one of those Harry Potters. Do you want to give us the rendition of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing?
No.
But you do it better than me. Oh, yes, it's undenied. Right. So we're just going to pop. You know, I do tag you, Sam. You're all winding. You're all mischievous tonight. And I love it. You're a mischievous bunch. Because also, you know what I'm now going to do once I've finished is I will be going on... won't we see your white... Kitten's on there as well. I swear you all... I can't even check right now, but once I'm done, I'm going on there. And if you've all been... You cheeky scamps. I will admit, I had to go and find a different list and then sort of amalgamate them all and... I don't know. It's technology. It's an absolute swine. No, you mean she's actually missing. You don't know where she is. You don't know where Kitten's gone. She's left the house. Oh. I will imagine perhaps to go to the shops or something. Right, let's see where we are. So the chorizo and the bacon is frying away. So, I'm just going to pan us over. Just really, this is, I suppose, everybody knows how to cook. Really, in this. I haven't actually had anyone come in saying, I've no idea about cooking yet. Here we go. We got just some nice chorizo on a very low temperature. Actually, I'll knock the temperature up just a tad. And all I'm after is, if you can see on the tops of the bacon there, that little oil. All I'm doing is just getting the chorizo to release its oil, very slowly cook the meat, and just slowly, slowly, slowly build up the base of that sauce. Be right back. Going to get a cup of tea. That's a good plan. Hope I know how to cook. You're a chef. So actually, I have got Reevesy's a chef. Sammy is a chef. We've got Convict, clearly knows he's a baker. Yeah, you have the rank amateur, and then there's me, the rank amateur here, just sort of mulling around his kitchen. You must all think this is a hoot or a health hazard. I'm not sure. It's possibly a little column A, a little column B.
What do you think of this frame background?
Oh, we've got some artwork coming in, folks. Oh, I love that. Do you want to show the chaps, because we can get a sneak preview, or is it not ready yet?
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah, I'm just doing simple stuff today.
I really like it.
Yeah?
I think it's excellent.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do one more frame background idea that I had, and then...
Put your feet up.
Something else.
Ah, Reevesy taught Sammy. Ah, right. That's a nice little sort of family moment there. Let's just do... There we go. There. Times, we have really a very talented stream here. We've got chefs, sportsmen, we've got students, we've got... In fact, literally, we've got a student here taking a break from their exams, and Meowkai is out there at the moment actually studying live. And Fox, I know that you're still there. I've seen, and feel free to share the news. You've had a new stream layout update, if I'm not mistaken. If I don't last long though, as I get bored, see, not your most favoured thing. Get rid of that bit there. That doesn't look so good. Right, so the potatoes are starting to boil up nicely. Get all the skin off that garlic. We don't need... I'll put that back there for now. Right, let's do just a quick chopping board change. Now I can start preparing the fish. It's the nice thing, this, is that there is a huge amount of fish that I'm getting in supermarkets that's perfectly good, but people won't touch it for some reason. Not really quite understood. So let's just... So what we've got here is a spot of monkfish tail. Ooh. And that's still on the bone, so let's get that off the bone. Yeah. Because we want this in chunks. So that's running there. I don't actually have that much experience of getting monkfish off a tail, so let's just try and approach this in a common sense fashion.
Remember when you bought that, what was it, a trout?
Oh God, folks, oh, the time that I bought a trout and didn't realise that it was quite literally the whole trout. So I'm just actually, unless there's a better technique, I'm just gently running the knife as close to the bone as I can. So oh, Sammy's just eating. Right, do you know what? Let's hold... Sammy, tell us when you've stopped eating and remind me to finish the trout story. I refuse to ruin a good man's dinner. I'm just going to... That's quite sinewy there, so I don't think we want that. My mistake. But it's coming off nicely. So I'm happy with that. Well, that's why I'm cutting them off. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nothing to put you off. Well, Okay, well, I bought a trout and thought that it was basically a fillet of trout. As it turned out, it was the trout, the head, the innards, and what I had done is thinking that it was like this, just a piece of fish. I put it in the freezer. When I took it out the freezer, its innards basically fell out like a river of red from its mouth, and it's basically like the fish that was in the freezer was basically being sick. It was one of the worst moments I could actually recall having. It was like something from a horror film, because this bloody fish had been in the freezer, and I was just like, what on earth is going on? And it finally on the smell. Oh my god, the smell was awful. Jeez, that smell. Whoa. I mean, I love fish, but even for me, that was a bit of a point. I mean, you weren't here, were you?
No, I was out having a nice meal.
You were having a lovely meal somewhere, and I said, I'm going to have that piece of fish tonight. Boy, did I get the rum end of the stick. But I'll make sure I don't miss you out again, but only if you smile in your next post. That's for Reeves. Sure, the man with a lovely smile. Apart from when he's in our poor Rimworld colony and he's been worked to death. Poor chap. Let's just lose some of these excess bits and bobs. So maybe that can be a challenge. Maybe I can make Reevesy smile and tell him a good joke. Yes, Doctor. What's it? Hang on. Doctor. No, that's the no. I've got two jokes filled in my head in one go. I shall come back to that. A decent joke, not a rubbish one, badly told. Right. So just lose some of those bits there. I want to keep it quite chunky. It smells gorgeous. So let's just a little bit of fish work. But actually, it's Paul's fish work. How's the... it's doing quite well. Right, hang on, let's give that a stir. Yes, right, we've got some oil coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. I think we can put in our veg. It's a spot of red onion and pepper. In we go. Right, Reevesy, I shall make it a mission. I shall try and make you smile, and if we manage it, you'll have to take a picture of yourself smiling. No pressure on it. Right, so let's turn up the heat slightly. You had a joke that's bad that made the missus crack up. Go on, tell us what it is, Sammy. I'm just going to grate some of... I bought this recently whilst we were out and about, so I'm just going to grate some garlic on the top. Oh, I like that. It's a good little garlic thing. It's a trick I picked up this from Gordon Ramsay. Not personally. One of his videos. One of his many educational videos. It's a long one. Okay, all right. I tell you what. Tell us in Discord or something sometime. Right, I'm going to bring you over just for a little while. Hang on. Oops, Daisy. It's coming in to see what's going on. Sorry about the earthquake camera work there. So basically, where's the camera? There it is. Taking garlic, grating over top. Well, he would do if he used the right side of the grater. Oops, Daisy. Cinders needs to tickle you just before you take a picture. I shall message her and suggest that. And how is Cinder, sorry, Rosie? How is she today? She at work? So, just a little bit of garlic, not too much. Avoid taking the finger off with it. That was slightly ineffectual. What I've done is I've just pushed it deeper into the grater. working on. We'll give her her best. Give her our best collectively here. Next, say hello to her. So, just a little lift. Here we are. So, the base of our fish stew coming across nicely. I'm just going to leave that now. Let some browning of the vegetables take place. I shall come back here and watch me not desecrate the fish as far as I possibly can. So let's just try and take as nice chunks off this as we can. So you and this is on the way to a fancy dress party as a tortoise on your bike. On the way I bump into my friend, we start talking. He then asks, who's the woman on the back? Oh, that's Michelle. That's Michelle. Alright, so that's much better than the joke I was about to tell. I think, Sammy, round of applause for Sammy there. That's top joke of the evening, that. I love that. Oh, that's smashing. Michelle. Oh, come on, Reeves, if you're not smiling at that, come on. Gotta love a good play on words joke. Sizable amount of fish we're actually going to have, which is good. So that's good man, Sammy. You give yourself a pat on the back. I like that. I liked that joke. Anybody else got a bad joke for us? As opposed to what you're watching? Self-deprecating humour, that. Or accurate, depending on your point of view. Right, so that's first bit of fish done. Rapidly running out of space. So that's the monkfish. That was nicely on offer. Right, what have we got next? Whole sea bream. Hopefully. Yes. What do you mean?
You can't just buy stuff without thinking about what you bought.
Oh, don't worry, it's going to be fine.
With the head.
No head.
Yeah, but the inside.
No insides. So it's kind of lying. It's not actually a full sea bream, I don't think. Actually, yes, it is.
Oh, why?
No pressure, but I expect lots of comfort from this stream. Falama, we shall do our very best.
Oh, you've already failed. I'm not comforted.
The sea bream may become a side project. Don't worry, my love.
I saw the tail.
I'm not going to give you anything unpleasant.
You dare not. If I get food poisoning.
No, it will be fine.
The day before my birthday.
I'm not going to give you food poisoning the day before your birthday. I may have been a bit cavalier with the buying of the fish. So hang on a sec. Yes, Mrs. Oh dear.
What before?
I have made the trout mistake. Hang on. And now there's just a lot of packaging in the way. Wait a minute. Oh, and happy birthday for tomorrow, Mrs. Apple. Let's just pause and reflect a moment. Let's see if this is going to be a winner. Because we've got plenty of delightful smoked salmon, which we know is absolutely fine. No, it's going to be. I'm not going to put it in if I'm at all. I am at all. That's not going in. It's going to require way too much work to get in all of that. So I'm going to have to think of something to do with that this evening once I've wrapped your present.
I think I deserve it. Your present.
Right, okay. So it turns out my fish purchases, some were better than others.
Well, they were all not as useful as they were.
Well, one of them. Oh no, actually none of them were.
All of them.
What I've done is I've basically just bought the wrong thing. All of them completely wrong. So I will think of something ingenious to do with them. I'll cook them in the oven. So, hang on, Falama, I'm going to stop calling you Reevesy. Why not? What mistake am I making, Falama? Because I've been doing that. Reevesy, have we been calling you the wrong thing? Is it pronounced differently? Right, so this isn't going perfectly to plan, but not far off. We are also missing red wine. So it's re and then v and then z and then Reevesy, as it were. Goodness gracious, and we have a raid. Hello, Abza, how are you? Hello, Hanakoi, how are you? Abza, hello, how's everyone been? You've caught me in fact, you've just missed basically Fishmageddon, where I've realised I've bought the wrong thing. Hello, all the raiders, how are you as well? Greasy, hello, are you well? How was your stream, Abza? Have you all been having fun today over in Singapore? Ladies and gentlemen, lots of love for Abza and his marvellous raiding troop. How are you all today? We are making a fish stew. I have bought the wrong fish, except for this bit, which was 50% correct. I have a nice voice. Oh, you're very kind, Greasy. Thank you very much. It's just as well, the face is nothing. It's why it's all down here. Hanakoi, I hope you're having a good day too. Let me show you, in fact. Let's bring the camera over. Sorry about the earthquake camera work. Goodness gracious, thank you as well for following Martini Police. I love that. Here we go. How's the stream going? Well, we've got the basis of our stew, which is going nicely. Some chorizo with bacon. The oil is coming out nicely, and we've mixed that with some red onion and some red pepper. We've got our potatoes over there.